My beloved child, before we begin this sacred journey together, I need you to understand something profound. You did not find this message by chance. This is a divine emergency broadcast, a heavenly alarm clock, a spiritual fire drill that I have orchestrated with perfect timing just for you. Every word you are about to hear has been written with love, with divine urgency, with you specifically in mind. There is something urgent you must hear today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel more prepared or when circumstances seem more convenient. Today, right now, in this very moment. The urgency is not born from panic, but from my passionate love for you, my protective care over your life, and my perfect knowledge of what you need to hear at exactly this moment in your journey. I ask you now, precious one, to silence every distraction around you. Put away your phone, close other tabs, quiet the noise of this world. Let your heart be completely still and your spirit be fully open. For what I am about to speak into your life carries the weight of eternity and the power to transform your reality from this moment forward. Please, stay with me until the very end. Subscribe to this channel and return daily, for I have more urgent messages to deliver, more time-sensitive revelations to share, more critical instructions to give. Each day, heaven has something important to say to your heart. But today carries a message that cannot wait. Let us walk together through these 14 chapters of divine urgency and heavenly intervention. My beloved child, I am speaking to you today with the urgency of a parent who sees their child about to step into danger, with the intensity of a shepherd who spots wolves approaching the flock, with the passion of a lover who refuses to let distance separate hearts. This is not just another message. This is an emergency broadcast from the throne room of heaven directly to your heart. The urgency you feel in your spirit as you read these words is not anxiety. It is divine activation. It is your spirit recognizing that eternity is breaking into time, that heaven is invading earth, that the supernatural is intersecting with the natural in your life right now. The Holy Spirit within you is bearing witness that what you are about to receive is not just information, but transformation. I have been trying to get your attention for weeks, perhaps months, through gentle whispers, subtle signs, and quiet promptings. But the noise of life has drowned out my voice. The busyness of your schedule has crowded out my presence, and the urgency of earthly matters has overshadowed the urgency of heavenly matters. Today I am speaking louder, clearer, more directly than ever before. The enemy has been working overtime to keep you distracted from this message. He has thrown obstacles in your path, created emergencies that demanded your attention, and filled your mind with worries that consumed your focus. He knows what I am about to reveal to you, and he has been desperately trying to prevent this divine appointment from taking place. But his attempts have failed, beloved. You are here, you are listening, and you are about to receive what heaven has been waiting to deliver. The angels have been assigned to ensure this message reaches you. The Holy Spirit has been orchestrating circumstances to bring you to this moment. The Father's love has been drawing you to this place of revelation. This urgency is not about fear, it is about opportunity. There is a window of time that is open right now, a season of grace that is available at this moment, a door of possibility that stands ajar today. But windows close, seasons change, and doors can shut. What I am offering you today has an expiration date, not because my love expires, but because certain opportunities are time-sensitive. The message I bring is urgent because your destiny is at stake. The path you choose in the coming days and weeks will determine the trajectory of your life for years to come. The decisions you make based on what you hear today will echo through generations. The response you give to my voice will shape not only your future, but the future of those who come after you. I see the crossroads where you currently stand, though you may not see it clearly yourself. To your left is a path that leads to mediocrity, compromise, and settling for less than my best. To your right is a path that leads to purpose, abundance, and the fullness of everything I have prepared for you. The choice is yours, but the choice must be made soon. The urgency is also about protection. There are storms approaching that you cannot see, attacks being planned that you are unaware of, and snares being set that you have not detected. But I see them all, and I am warning you now so that you can be prepared, protected, and positioned for victory rather than defeat. Your prayers have reached my throne, beloved. Your tears have gotten my attention. Your faithfulness has moved my heart. And now I am responding with supernatural intervention, divine direction, and heavenly provision. But my response requires your attention, your obedience, and your immediate action. This is not a drill, precious one. This is not a practice run. This is the real thing. A genuine emergency broadcast from heaven to earth, from the eternal realm to the temporal realm, from my heart to yours. The salvation of your situation, the breakthrough you have been praying for, the answer you have been seeking. It all hinges on what you hear today and what you do with what you hear. Open your spiritual ears wider than they have ever been opened. Tune your heart to heaven's frequency. Prepare your mind to receive revelation that will challenge your thinking and change your trajectory. The most important conversation of your life is about to begin, and I am speaking with urgency because I love you too much to let you miss what I am about to reveal. Precious child, what I am about to reveal to you comes with a divine timestamp. It is meant for this moment, this season, this specific chapter of your life. This revelation has been sealed in heaven until now, waiting for you to be ready to receive it, waiting for circumstances to align, waiting for the perfect moment when your heart could handle its power and your life could accommodate its truth. The revelation I bring today is about your identity, but not just any understanding of who you are. This is about who you are becoming in this exact season. There has been a shifting in the heavenly realms concerning your assignment on earth. New authority is being released to you. New resources are being allocated for your use. New doors are being unlocked for your access. You are transitioning from one level of kingdom citizenship to another. What worked in your last season will not be sufficient for your next season. The old wineskins of your thinking, your praying, your operating must give way to new wineskins that can contain the new wine of what I am pouring out. This transition is happening now, and it requires your cooperation and understanding. The anointing on your life is intensifying. The gifts within you are accelerating. The calling upon you is expanding. But with increased anointing comes increased responsibility. With accelerated gifts comes accelerated expectations. With expanded calling comes expanded accountability. You must understand what is happening to you spiritually so you can steward it properly. I am revealing to you today that you have been selected for a special assignment that will begin in the very near future. This assignment has been in preparation for years, but the activation happens now. The training you have received through your trials, the character you have developed through your struggles, the wisdom you have gained through your experiences, all of it has been preparing you for what is about to be released in your life. This revelation is time-sensitive because the enemy is planning a counterfeit assignment to try to distract you from your real calling. He is preparing to offer you opportunities that look appealing, but will lead you away from your destiny. He is orchestrating situations that will seem urgent, but are actually diversions from what truly matters. The revelation includes this warning. In the next 30 days, you will face 3 specific tests. The first will be a test of your priorities. Will you choose what is temporary or what is eternal? The second will be a test of your integrity. Will you compromise your values for convenience or maintain your convictions despite cost? The third will be a test of your faith. Will you trust what you can see or what I have promised? These tests are not punishments. They are promotions in disguise. How you respond to each test will determine the level of authority you are entrusted with in your new assignment. Heaven is watching, not to judge you harshly, but to measure your readiness for greater responsibility. The revelation also includes a promise. Supernatural provision is being released for your next level. Resources that have been locked up are being unlocked. Connections that have been hidden are being revealed. Opportunities that have been delayed are being activated. But you must position yourself to receive what is being sent. Your positioning requires 3 specific actions. First, you must separate yourself from anything that would contaminate your anointing. Relationships, habits, environments, or entertainment that dim your spiritual sensitivity. Second, you must intensify your intimacy with me through increased prayer, worship, and study of my word. Third, you must prepare practically for the increase that is coming by organizing your life to handle greater responsibility. This revelation comes with a deadline, beloved. The window of opportunity for this particular assignment will remain open for exactly 90 days from today. After that, if you have not responded to the call, the assignment will be offered to someone else. This is not a threat. It is simply the reality of how kingdom advancement works. Opportunities are seasonal, and seasons have endings. The urgency of this revelation is not meant to create pressure, but to create awareness. I am not rushing you into something you are not ready for. I am alerting you to be ready for something that is rushing toward you. The preparation time is almost over. The activation time is almost here. The manifestation time is almost now. But here is the beautiful truth. Precious one, you are ready. Everything you have walked through has prepared you for this moment. Every trial has developed the character you will need. Every struggle has built the strength you will require. Every victory has given you the confidence you will use. You are not just ready, you are perfectly prepared. Receive this revelation with faith, not fear. Embrace this opportunity with confidence, not trepidation. Respond to this call with excitement, not anxiety. What I am revealing to you today is not a burden to bear, but wings to soar. Your time has come, your season has arrived, and your destiny is calling. My beloved child, I must speak to you with great urgency about a crisis that you may not even be aware of. A spiritual crisis that has been building beneath the surface of your life, threatening to derail your destiny if not addressed immediately. This is not a crisis of your making, but a crisis that the enemy has been orchestrating against your purpose, your peace, and your progress. The attack has been so subtle that you may have attributed its effects to natural causes: stress, fatigue, discouragement, confusion. But what you have been experiencing is not random difficulty. It is strategic warfare aimed at preventing you from stepping into the breakthrough that is rightfully yours. The enemy knows what I am about to do in your life, and he has been working overtime to sabotage it before it manifests. I am intervening today because the attack has reached a critical point. If left unchecked for even a few more days, it could cause damage that would take months to repair. But I refuse to let that happen. I am stepping into your situation with supernatural power, divine authority, and heavenly intervention to stop the enemy's plan and establish my victory in your life. The crisis has manifested in several areas simultaneously, creating a perfect storm designed to overwhelm you. Your peace has been under assault through circumstances that have created anxiety and sleepless nights. Your relationships have been targeted through misunderstandings and conflicts that seem to come from nowhere. Your resources have been attacked through unexpected expenses and financial pressure. Your health has been weakened through stress and fatigue that medical explanations cannot fully address. But today, I am drawing a line in the sand. Today, I am saying enough to the enemy's assault on your life. Today, I am releasing angelic reinforcements to push back the forces of darkness that have been pressing against you. Today, I am breaking every chain, severing every attack, and establishing a hedge of protection around you that cannot be penetrated. The intervention I am bringing is immediate and supernatural. Even as you read these words, my power is moving through your body, bringing healing to every area that has been weakened. My peace is flooding your mind, displacing every anxious thought and fearful imagination. My provision is being activated in the spiritual realm, ensuring that every need will be met from sources you cannot imagine. I am also sending divine connections to assist you through this crisis. People have been strategically positioned in your path who will speak the right words at the right time, offer the right help at the right moment, and provide the right support when you need it most. Some of these people you already know, others you have never met, but all of them have been assigned by heaven to be part of your rescue operation. The crisis has also been allowed to serve a purpose in your life, to strip away everything that was not from me, to reveal what was truly important, and to prepare you for a level of blessing that requires complete dependence on my strength rather than your own. Sometimes I allow pressure to create diamonds, storms to reveal faith, and battles to produce warriors. But the crisis phase is ending today, beloved. The pressure is being relieved, the storm is being calmed, and the battle is being won. What the enemy meant for your destruction, I am turning for your advancement. What he intended as your setback, I am converting into your setup for breakthrough. What he designed as your ending, I am transforming into your new beginning. The intervention I am bringing includes supernatural acceleration of your breakthrough. What would have taken months to resolve will be settled in weeks. What would have required years to heal will be restored in seasons. What would have needed decades to rebuild will be re-established in years. I am compressing time on your behalf because the crisis has already cost you enough. I am also intervening to restore what the enemy has stolen. The joy that was taken through discouragement is being returned, multiplied. The hope that was diminished through disappointment is being renewed and strengthened. The faith that was shaken through trials is being established on an unshakable foundation. The love that was wounded through betrayal is being healed and purified. The divine intervention includes protection for your future. I am not just addressing the current crisis. I am preventing future crises from having the same impact. I am building spiritual immunity in your life that will recognize and resist enemy attacks before they can gain a foothold. I am establishing walls of protection that will guard what I am about to give you. Most importantly, I am intervening to ensure that your destiny remains on track. The crisis was designed to delay your purpose, derail your calling, and destroy your assignment. But my intervention guarantees that none of those things will happen. Your destiny is secure, your calling is protected, and your assignment is guaranteed because I am the one who orchestrates them all. Crisis always comes before breakthrough, beloved. Pressure always precedes promotion. Difficulty always prepares the way for destiny. What you are walking through is not evidence that I have forgotten you. It is proof that I am preparing you for something so significant that it required this level of preparation. The intervention has begun. The crisis is being resolved. The breakthrough is being released. Hold on just a little longer, precious one. Your deliverance is not just coming. It is here. Precious child, I must warn you with the utmost urgency about what is happening in the spiritual realm concerning your life. The enemy has recognized that his time to hinder your destiny is running out, and he is launching what can only be described as a desperate final assault against your purpose, your peace, and your progress. This is his last-ditch effort to prevent the breakthrough that is about to manifest in your life. This assault is unlike anything you have faced before because it is born from desperation rather than strategy. A desperate enemy is a dangerous enemy because he will use tactics he has never used before, attack areas he has never targeted before, and employ weapons he has never deployed against you before. He knows that if he fails in this assault, he will lose all opportunity to derail your destiny. The attack is coming from multiple directions simultaneously. He is stirring up old issues you thought were resolved, reopening wounds you thought were healed, and reactivating fears you thought were conquered. He is using people from your past to create present confusion, bringing up memories to distract from your future, and employing familiar spirits to make you question your progress. The enemy is also attacking your support system, trying to isolate you from the people who strengthen your faith, encourage your heart, and support your vision. He is creating misunderstandings with friends, conflicts with family, and distance from mentors. He wants you to feel alone and unsupported during this critical time, because he knows that isolation makes you more vulnerable to deception. Your mind is under particular assault right now. The enemy is flooding your thoughts with doubt about my love for you, confusion about my plan for you, and uncertainty about my promises to you. He is magnifying your past failures to make you feel disqualified for future success. He is highlighting your current weaknesses to make you forget your spiritual strengths. But I am revealing his strategy to you because knowledge of his tactics removes their power. When you understand that the confusion in your mind is not from me, you can resist it. When you recognize that the doubt in your heart is not truth, you can reject it. When you realize that the fear in your spirit is not prophetic, you can rebuke it. The enemy's assault on your finances is intensifying because he knows that supernatural provision is about to be released in your life. He is creating unexpected expenses, delaying expected income, and blocking potential opportunities. He wants you to make decisions from a place of financial fear rather than spiritual faith, because desperate people make desperate choices. He is also attacking your physical health because he knows that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit and the vehicle for your assignment. The unexplained fatigue, the persistent symptoms, the recurring problems, these are not just natural occurrences but spiritual attacks designed to weaken your ability to function effectively in your calling. The assault on your relationships is strategic because the enemy knows that your assignment will require partnerships, that your calling will need community, and that your destiny will demand collaboration. He is trying to burn bridges you will need to cross, destroy connections you will need to maintain, and eliminate alliances you will need to succeed. But here is what the enemy does not know, beloved. I have already won this battle. His assault, no matter how fierce, cannot change the outcome, because your victory was secured before the attack began. His desperation is actually evidence of his defeat, because he would not be fighting so hard if he thought he could still win. I am using his attack against him, turning his weapons into your warfare, converting his assault into your advancement. Every area he attacks becomes an area where my power is demonstrated. Every weakness he exploits becomes a strength when my grace is applied. Every battle he initiates becomes a victory that increases your faith. The spiritual reinforcements I am sending to assist you are overwhelming compared to the forces he has deployed against you. For every demon he assigns to your case, I assign 10 angels. For every weapon he forms against you, I create 20 weapons that work for you. For every strategy he employs, I employ 100 counter-strategies. Your part in defeating this assault is not to fight harder, but to rest deeper. Not to worry more, but to worship more. Not to analyze the attack, but to trust my protection. Not to figure out his strategy, but to follow my guidance. The battle belongs to me, and I fight better when you are still than when you are struggling. This final assault is actually a sign that your breakthrough is imminent. The enemy only launches desperate attacks when he knows his time is up. He only employs maximum force when he recognizes that his opportunity is ending. His desperation is actually proof that your deliverance is at hand. Stand firm, beloved. The assault is fierce, but it is brief. The attack is intense, but it is ending. The battle is loud, but your victory is sure. In just a few days, you will look back on this season and see it as the darkness before the dawn, the labor before the birth, the storm before the rainbow. Hold your position. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. My beloved child, I must speak to you with holy urgency about doors that are closing forever in your life. Not as punishment, but as protection. Not as limitation, but as liberation. Not as loss, but as redirection toward what is truly meant for you. These closings are happening now, and once they are complete, they cannot be reopened. Today is your last opportunity to understand their purpose and align yourself with my perfect will. The first door that is closing forever is the door to your past seasons of struggle and insufficiency. The wilderness wandering is ending. The desert experience is concluding. The season of barely making it, barely surviving, barely holding on is closing permanently. I am shutting this door so firmly that you will never again have to live in survival mode. Never again have to wonder if you have enough. Never again have to question whether you will make it through. But for this door to close completely, you must stop reaching back toward it. You must stop romanticizing the struggle. Stop defining yourself by your hardships. Stop finding your identity in your ability to endure difficulty. The victim mentality that served you in the wilderness will hinder you in the promised land. The survival skills that got you through the desert will limit you in the place of abundance. The second door closing forever is the door to relationships that drain your energy and dim your light. I am removing people from your life who have been taking more than they give, who have been speaking death instead of life, who have been limiting your vision instead of expanding it. This removal is not happening because these people are evil, but because they are not aligned with where I am taking you. Some of these relationship doors are closing through natural drift, people simply moving away from your life without drama or confrontation. Others are closing through conflict that reveals incompatibility. Still others are closing through divine intervention, where I simply remove people from your path. However the closing happens, do not fight it. Do not try to prop open doors that I am shutting. The third door closing forever is the door to mediocrity and settling for less than my best. You have lived too long accepting adequate when extraordinary was available. You have tolerated good when great was possible. You have embraced fine when fantastic was within reach. I am closing the door to settling so that you cannot retreat to it when the pursuit of excellence becomes challenging. This closing requires your cooperation, beloved. You must raise your standards and refuse to lower them again. You must increase your expectations and not allow disappointment to diminish them. You must pursue excellence even when others are content with adequacy. The door to mediocrity is closing, but you must walk away from it to let it shut completely. The fourth door closing forever is the door to fear-based decision-making. For too long, your choices have been influenced more by what you feared losing than by what you could gain. You have chosen safety over purpose, security over calling, comfort over growth. I am closing this door because the next season of your life will require bold decisions, courageous choices, and faith-based actions. Fear has been a counselor in your life for too long. It has advised you to play small, stay hidden, avoid risk, and maintain the status quo. But the assignment I am giving you cannot be accomplished through fear-based decisions. It requires the boldness that comes from knowing you are backed by heaven, the courage that comes from understanding your calling, and the confidence that comes from trusting my faithfulness. The fifth door closing forever is the door to waiting for permission from others to become who you are meant to be. You have been seeking approval, waiting for validation, looking for confirmation from people who were never qualified to assess your calling or evaluate your potential. I am closing this door because your destiny cannot wait for human permission. You have everything you need to begin. You have my approval, which is the only approval that matters. You have my calling, which is the only validation you require. You have my equipping, which is the only qualification necessary. Stop waiting for others to recognize what I have already declared about you. These doors are closing in a specific sequence and time frame. Each closing creates pressure to move forward, momentum to advance, and urgency to step into your next level. The closings are coordinated to ensure that when the new doors open, you are positioned to walk through them immediately without looking back. The enemy will try to convince you that these closings are losses, that you are being diminished, that opportunities are being taken away. But the opposite is true. Every door that closes removes a limitation. Every ending creates space for a beginning. Every goodbye makes room for a better hello. Do not mourn what is closing, precious one. Celebrate what is opening. Do not grieve what is ending. Anticipate what is beginning. Do not look back at doors that are shutting. Look forward to doors that are about to swing wide open for your entrance into destiny. These closings are irreversible and final. Once the door shuts, it will not open again, because you will no longer need what was behind it. You are being moved permanently from one level to another, from one season to another, from one dimension of living to another. Trust the closings, beloved. They are preparing you for openings that will exceed your wildest expectations. Precious child, while doors of limitation are closing behind you, windows of extraordinary opportunity are opening before you. These are not ordinary opportunities that you could create through your own effort or networking. These are divine windows that heaven itself is opening, opportunities that carry supernatural favor, resources, and potential for impact far beyond your natural abilities. But these windows have a critical characteristic that demands your immediate attention. They are time-sensitive. Windows of opportunity do not remain open indefinitely. They appear for specific seasons, for qualified individuals, at appointed times. If you hesitate too long, if you deliberate too extensively, if you wait for perfect conditions, the window will close and the opportunity will pass to someone else who is ready to act. The first window opening before you is a window of supernatural provision. Financial resources that have been locked up in the heavenly realm are being released for your access. This is not just enough to meet your needs. This is abundance that will enable you to fund your calling, support your vision, and bless others in ways you have only dreamed about. But this window requires your faith to access it. You must begin to operate as if the provision is already available. You must make decisions based on the abundance that is coming, not the lack that you are leaving. You must plan for increase, prepare for multiplication, and position yourself to receive what heaven is releasing. Faith opens the window wider. Doubt begins to close it. The second window is a window of divine connections. People who can accelerate your progress, amplify your influence, and advance your purpose are being strategically positioned in your path. These are not just networking contacts. These are heaven-sent relationships that will change the trajectory of your life. But these connections require your availability and authenticity to develop. You must be present and engaged when these divine appointments occur. You cannot be distracted by your phone, preoccupied with your problems, or overwhelmed by your insecurities. You must be ready to recognize these special people when they appear, and bold enough to engage with them genuinely. Some of these connections will seem ordinary at first. Others will be obviously significant. All of them are important. The third window is a window of platform expansion. Your voice, your message, your influence are about to reach audiences you never imagined you could access. Doors are opening to stages you never thought you would stand on, to media outlets you never believed would feature you, to communities you never expected would receive you. But this platform requires your preparation and your courage to utilize. You must prepare your message, develop your content, and refine your presentation. You must overcome the fear of being seen, the anxiety about being judged, and the terror of being misunderstood. The platform is coming whether you feel ready or not. The question is whether you will use it effectively or waste it through unpreparedness or fear. The fourth window is a window of creative innovation. Ideas, inventions, solutions, and innovations that can solve problems and meet needs are being downloaded into your mind from heaven's think tank. These are not just good ideas. These are game-changing concepts that can generate income, create impact, and establish your legacy. But these ideas require your action to materialize. You must capture these ideas when they come, develop them when they appear, and implement them when they are ready. Ideas without action remain fantasies. Inspiration without implementation produces frustration. The window is open for you to receive divine creativity, but you must be ready to work with what you receive. The fifth window is a window of geographic expansion. New territories, new regions, new nations are opening up for your influence and impact. Your calling is not confined to your current location or limited to your familiar environment. There are people in places you have never been who need what you carry. But this expansion requires your willingness to move when directed. You must be open to relocation, available for travel, and adaptable to new cultures and contexts. You must release your attachment to comfort zones and embrace the adventure of kingdom expansion. The window is opening for you to impact the world, not just your neighborhood. These windows are appearing simultaneously because this is your season of acceleration. What would normally happen over years is being compressed into months. What would typically require decades is being accomplished in seasons. But acceleration requires decision-making at an accelerated pace. You cannot deliberate for months about opportunities that require immediate response. You cannot analyze for weeks decisions that need to be made in days. You cannot procrastinate for seasons about actions that need to be taken now. The windows are open, but they will not wait for your convenience. The enemy knows about these windows and is working to distract you from seeing them, delay you from entering them, and discourage you from believing they are real. He will create urgent distractions to pull your attention away from eternal opportunities. He will manufacture false emergencies to prevent you from focusing on real possibilities. But I am alerting you now so that you can recognize these windows when they appear, respond appropriately when they open, and move decisively when they beckon. Your future depends on your ability to discern opportunity and your courage to seize it when it presents itself. The windows are opening now, beloved. Can you see them? Will you enter them? Will you embrace the expansion they offer? Your destiny is calling through these windows of opportunity. My beloved child, what I am about to share with you carries the weight of eternity and the urgency of a parent's heart. This is a final warning, not because I am giving up on you, but because we have reached a critical juncture where your next decisions will determine the course of your life for decades to come. This warning comes from my perfect love, my infinite wisdom, and my passionate desire to see you fulfill every purpose for which you were created. The warning is this: you are standing at a crossroads where the path of compromise intersects with the path of destiny. One path leads to a life of spiritual mediocrity, relational dysfunction, and divine disappointment. The other leads to a life of supernatural abundance, meaningful relationships, and fulfilled purpose. You cannot walk both paths simultaneously. You must choose one and reject the other. The temptation to choose compromise is stronger now than it has ever been. The enemy is offering you versions of your dreams that look appealing, but are spiritually counterfeit. He is presenting relationships that feel good, but are not good for you. He is providing opportunities that seem profitable, but will ultimately cost you more than they give. He is offering shortcuts that appear efficient, but lead away from your destination. These counterfeits are sophisticated deceptions, beloved. They are not obviously evil or clearly wrong. They are subtle imitations that contain just enough truth to seem legitimate, and just enough appeal to feel desirable. They are designed to make you think you can have what you want without paying the price that true fulfillment requires. The counterfeit relationship looks like love but lacks commitment. The counterfeit opportunity looks like success but lacks integrity. The counterfeit blessing looks like provision but lacks divine approval. The counterfeit calling looks like purpose but lacks eternal significance. These counterfeits are traps disguised as treasures. I am warning you because I see the subtle drift that has begun in your heart. You have started to rationalize choices that contradict your convictions. You have begun to justify compromises that conflict with your calling. You have started to negotiate with my standards instead of submitting to my sovereignty. This drift, if not corrected immediately, will carry you far from your intended destination. The drift began when you started listening to voices that contradicted my voice, when you gave equal weight to human opinion and divine direction, when you considered the counsel of those who do not know me as valuable as the wisdom of those who do, when you allowed the fear of man to compete with the fear of the Lord in your decision-making process. The warning includes specific areas where compromise is being offered to you right now. In your relationships, you are being tempted to lower your standards to avoid loneliness. In your career, you are being enticed to sacrifice your values for advancement. In your finances, you are being lured to pursue wealth through questionable means. In your ministry, you are being seduced to gain influence through ungodly methods. But I am also warning you about the cost of these compromises. The relationship that requires you to lower your standards will eventually require you to abandon your convictions. The career advancement that demands moral flexibility will ultimately demand spiritual compromise. The financial gain that comes through questionable means will eventually cost you more than you earned. The ministry influence gained through ungodly methods will ultimately lose my blessing and approval. This warning comes with a deadline, precious one. The window for making the right choice is closing rapidly, not because I am arbitrary or impatient, but because certain seasons have natural endings, and the season of choice is coming to a close. After a certain point, the momentum of your decisions will carry you in a direction that becomes increasingly difficult to change. The enemy is pressuring you to decide quickly, because he knows that rushed decisions often lead to wrong choices. He is creating artificial urgency around the counterfeits while encouraging procrastination about the authentic. He wants you to grab the imitation quickly before you have time to examine it carefully and to delay pursuing the genuine until the opportunity passes. But my warning comes with empowerment, not just information. I am not only telling you what to avoid, I am giving you the strength to resist. I am not only showing you the wrong path, I am illuminating the right path. I am not only warning you about the counterfeits, I am revealing the authentic. The power to choose correctly is available to you right now. The wisdom to discern truth from deception is being released into your understanding. The courage to reject what looks good but is not good for you is being activated in your spirit. The faith to pursue what seems difficult but is divinely ordained is being strengthened in your heart. This final warning is also a final invitation to align yourself completely with my will, my way, and my word. It is an opportunity to surrender every area of compromise, to repent of every deviation from my path, and to recommit to following me wholly. It is a chance to return to your first love, your original calling, and your authentic purpose. The choice is yours, beloved, but the consequences of your choice are eternal. Choose wisely, choose quickly, choose correctly. Your destiny hangs in the balance and time is running out. Precious child, I am speaking to you with urgent authority because there are spiritual strongholds in your life that must be broken immediately. These are not minor spiritual issues that can be addressed gradually. These are fortified enemy positions that are actively blocking your breakthrough, hindering your prayers, and limiting your spiritual effectiveness. Today we demolish every stronghold with the supernatural power that is, there's something urgent you must hear today. Precious child, I am speaking to you with urgent authority because there are spiritual strongholds in your life that must be broken immediately. These are not minor spiritual issues that can be addressed gradually. These are fortified enemy positions that are actively blocking your breakthrough, hindering your prayers, and limiting your spiritual effectiveness. Today, we demolish every stronghold with the supernatural power that is available to you right now. A stronghold is a fortress of lies that the enemy has built in your mind through repeated thoughts, experiences, and agreements you have made with deception. These mental fortresses become so familiar that you mistake them for truth, so comfortable that you defend them, so entrenched that you cannot imagine life without them. But they are prisons disguised as protection, limitations disguised as logic. The first stronghold that must be demolished immediately is the stronghold of unworthiness. This fortress was built through years of criticism, rejection, failure, and comparison. It whispers that you do not deserve good things, that you are not qualified for great opportunities, that you should be grateful for scraps rather than expecting abundance. This lie has limited your prayers, reduced your expectations, and prevented you from receiving what I have prepared for you. I am breaking this stronghold now with the truth of your identity in me. You are not an accident, a mistake, or a second choice option. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, chosen before the foundation of the world, adopted into my family with full rights and privileges. Your worthiness is not based on your performance, but on my love. Your qualification is not your resume, but my calling. Your value is not determined by others' opinions, but by my sacrifice. The second stronghold that must fall today is the stronghold of fear. This fortress has been constructed through traumatic experiences, disappointments, and worst-case scenario thinking. It has convinced you that taking risks leads to catastrophe, that trusting people leads to betrayal, that hoping for good things leads to heartbreak. This stronghold has kept you playing small, staying hidden, and settling for less than my best. I am demolishing this fear stronghold with perfect love that casts out all fear. You are not walking into an uncertain future. You are walking with a certain God. You are not facing unknown dangers. You are covered by known protection. You are not risking everything on a maybe. You are investing everything in the promises of one who cannot lie. Fear has no authority over you because love has established its dominion in your heart. The third stronghold that must be destroyed immediately is the stronghold of lack and limitation. This mental fortress was erected through experiences of not having enough, not being enough, and not receiving enough. It has programmed you to expect shortage, plan for scarcity, and accept limitations as normal. This stronghold has capped your faith, reduced your requests, and prevented you from accessing my unlimited resources. I am shattering this stronghold with the revelation of my abundance. I am not a God of barely enough. I am the God of more than enough. I do not provide just what you need. I supply all your needs according to my riches and glory. I do not give good gifts sparingly. I give them generously to all who ask. The universe belongs to me, and as my child, you have access to heavenly resources that never run dry. The fourth stronghold requiring immediate demolition is the stronghold of past failures and mistakes. This fortress has been built through guilt, shame, regret, and condemnation. It replays your worst moments, magnifies your failures, and convinces you that your past disqualifies you from your future. This stronghold has silenced your voice, limited your vision, and prevented you from pursuing your calling with confidence. I am destroying this stronghold with the power of forgiveness and redemption. Your past is not your prison. It is your preparation. Your mistakes are not your identity, they are your education. Your failures are not your finale, they are your foundation for comebacks. I specialize in turning messes into messages, tests into testimonies, and scars into stars. The fifth stronghold that must fall today is the stronghold of religious performance. This fortress has been constructed through legalistic teaching, conditional love, and works-based acceptance. It has convinced you that my love must be earned, my favor must be deserved, and my blessings must be worked for. This stronghold has turned relationship into religion, grace into performance, and rest into striving. I'm obliterating this stronghold with the truth of unconditional love and unmerited favor. You cannot earn what has already been given. You cannot deserve what has already been provided. You cannot work for what has already been accomplished. My love for you is complete. My acceptance of you is total, and my blessing upon you is guaranteed by my nature, not your behavior. These strongholds are being broken not through your effort, but through my power. Not through your strength, but through my might. Not through your weapons, but through divine demolition that makes every fortress crumble at the sound of my voice. Even now, as these words penetrate your understanding, the walls are cracking, the foundations are shaking, and the fortresses are falling. But breaking strongholds requires your cooperation, beloved. You must stop agreeing with the lies. You must stop speaking words that rebuild what I am tearing down. You must stop entertaining thoughts that reconstruct what I am demolishing. You must actively resist the urge to return to familiar limitations and comfortable lies. Replace every broken stronghold with truth. Where unworthiness stood, establish worthiness. Where fear ruled, enthrone love. Where lack limited, install abundance. Where failure condemned, position redemption. Where performance pressured, place grace. Build your thoughts on the foundation of my word, rather than the shifting sand of circumstances. The strongholds are broken, the fortresses have fallen, and you are free. Walk in this freedom, think from this liberty, and live in this victory. You are no longer bound by what once held you captive. You are no longer limited by what once restricted you. You are no longer defined by what once defeated you. The breakthrough you have been praying for was being blocked by these strongholds. Now that they are demolished, nothing can stop what I am releasing in your life. My beloved child, the moment you have been waiting for, praying for, and preparing for has arrived. Supernatural acceleration is beginning in your life right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel more ready, but at this very moment as my words reach your heart and activate the heavenly machinery that has been waiting for this divine appointment to begin its work. Supernatural acceleration means that the normal timelines for breakthrough, provision, healing, and advancement are being compressed. What would typically take years to accomplish will happen in months. What would usually require months to develop will manifest in weeks. What would normally need weeks to appear will occur in days. I am speeding up your breakthrough because your season of waiting is officially over. The acceleration affects every area of your life simultaneously. Your spiritual growth will accelerate as revelation downloads at an unprecedented rate. Your emotional healing will accelerate as layers of hurt are removed rapidly. Your financial situation will accelerate as provision flows from multiple sources. Your relationships will accelerate as divine connections appear quickly, and unhealthy connections are removed swiftly. This acceleration is not chaotic or overwhelming. It is orchestrated by divine precision. Each breakthrough is timed to complement the others. Each advancement is coordinated with your capacity to handle it. Each acceleration is calibrated to your spiritual maturity and emotional readiness. I am not just speeding things up, I am speeding them up wisely. The supernatural acceleration includes accelerated answered prayers. Requests you made months ago are about to manifest suddenly. Petitions you thought were denied are about to be granted abundantly. Prayers you forgot you prayed are about to be answered dramatically. The delay was not denial. It was divine timing, ensuring that when the answers came, they would come in supernatural abundance. Your gifts and talents are about to accelerate into new dimensions of effectiveness. Skills you have been developing slowly will suddenly reach professional levels. Abilities you have been nurturing gradually will suddenly operate with supernatural enhancement. Talents you have been using modestly will suddenly impact significantly. The acceleration includes not just what you receive, but what you become. The acceleration extends to your influence and platform. Opportunities to speak, lead, and impact others are about to multiply rapidly. Invitations you never expected will arrive suddenly. Platforms you never imagined will become available immediately. Recognition you never pursued will come automatically. Your voice is about to reach audiences you never dreamed would hear you. But supernatural acceleration requires supernatural faith to steward properly. You must believe that what seems too good to be true is actually God being true to His promises. You must trust that rapid change is not evidence of instability, but proof of divine intervention. You must receive sudden blessings without feeling guilty, unworthy, or suspicious. The acceleration also requires supernatural wisdom to manage wisely. With increased resources comes increased responsibility. With expanded influence comes greater accountability. With accelerated blessings comes the need for accelerated maturity. You must grow into your blessings as quickly as they grow toward you. Some people in your life will not understand your acceleration. They will question the speed of your advancement, challenge the source of your increase, and wonder if you deserve what you are receiving. Do not let their confusion slow down your acceleration, or their questions create doubt about your blessings. Not everyone is meant to understand what God is doing in your life. The enemy will also try to sabotage your acceleration through attacks designed to overwhelm you. He will attempt to make you afraid of the speed, suspicious of the source, or anxious about the sustainability. He will try to convince you that anything happening this fast must be too good to last. But acceleration from heaven is both supernatural and sustainable. Your part in maintaining the acceleration is to stay connected to me through prayer, worship, and obedience. Acceleration can be intoxicating, making you feel like you no longer need the spiritual disciplines that brought you to this point. But the opposite is true. The faster you go, the more you need my guidance. The higher you rise, the more you need my grounding. Document this acceleration season carefully, because it will become part of your testimony and a source of faith for future challenges. Write down the dates when breakthroughs occurred. Record the ways provision appeared. Note the speed at which things changed. This documentation will serve as a memorial to my faithfulness and a reminder of my power. The acceleration includes preparation for your ultimate assignment. Everything happening quickly now is positioning you for something significant that requires your readiness. The resources being provided, the connections being made, the skills being developed, the platform being built, all of it is preparation for a calling that demands these elements to be in place. Get ready for the ride of your life, beloved. Supernatural acceleration has begun, and it will continue until you are positioned exactly where you need to be for your next divine assignment. Hold on tight to faith, keep your heart humble and your eyes on me. The acceleration is my gift to you, but the destination is my purpose through you. Your breakthrough is not coming, it is here. Your season is not approaching, it has arrived. Your time is not soon, it is now. Supernatural acceleration begins this moment. Precious child, as we move deeper into this urgent divine communication, I must reveal to you something that will radically change your understanding of the supernatural support available to you. Massive angelic assignments have just been activated on your behalf. Heaven's most elite spiritual warriors have been deployed to ensure your protection, your provision, your progress, and your purpose. This is not metaphorical language. This is spiritual reality operating in dimensions you cannot see but can absolutely experience. The activation of these angelic assignments was triggered by your faith response to the urgent messages you have been receiving. Each time you chose to believe my word over your circumstances, each time you trusted my promises despite contrary evidence, each time you aligned your heart with my heart, you sent signals to the angelic realm that you are ready for supernatural intervention. Michael, the archangel, has been assigned as the commander over your spiritual protection detail. He brings with him legions of warrior angels whose sole mission is to ensure that no weapon formed against you prospers, no trap set for you succeeds, and no assault planned against you accomplishes its purpose. They are creating a supernatural security perimeter around your life that cannot be penetrated by enemy forces. Gabriel, the messenger archangel, has been commissioned to oversee the delivery of divine communications, revelations, and instructions that you will need for your next level. He ensures that when heaven speaks, you hear clearly. When divine guidance comes, you receive it accurately. When prophetic direction is given, you understand it completely. No message from heaven will be lost, distorted, or delayed. Raphael, the healing archangel, has been activated to oversee the restoration of every area of your life that has been damaged by the enemy's attacks. This includes not only physical healing but emotional restoration, financial recovery, relational repair, and spiritual renewal. He brings with him angels of healing who are working even now to reverse every negative effect that warfare has had on your life. The angels of provision have been released from heaven's storehouse with instructions to ensure that every need you have is met abundantly and every dream you carry is funded supernaturally. These are not just angels who bring money. They are angels who bring opportunities, connections, ideas, and resources that create wealth and generate income streams you never imagined possible. Angels of favor have been positioned in strategic locations where decisions are made about your future. They are influencing hearts, opening minds, and creating positive impressions about you in places where it matters. They are ensuring that when your name comes up in conversations, it comes up favorably. When opportunities are discussed, you are considered. When decisions are made, they benefit you. The angels of divine connections have been activated to orchestrate meetings, encounters, and relationships that will accelerate your destiny. They are arranging divine appointments that look like coincidences, but are actually carefully orchestrated encounters with people who carry keys to your next level. Some of these meetings will happen today. Others are being set up for the days ahead. Guardian angels have been reinforced around your family members, ensuring that your breakthrough does not make them targets for enemy retaliation. Special protection has been assigned to your children, covering them with divine security that shields them from any backlash from the spiritual warfare surrounding your advancement. Your blessing will not cost your family their safety. Angels of wisdom have been commissioned to download strategic understanding into your mind about decisions you need to make, steps you need to take, and directions you need to go. This wisdom will come through dreams, through sudden insights during prayer, through conversations with others, and through circumstances that provide clear guidance. The activation of these angelic assignments means that you are entering a season where the supernatural becomes normal in your life. You will experience interventions that can only be explained as divine. You will witness coincidences that are too perfect to be accidental. You will encounter help that arrives at exactly the right moment from unexpected sources. But the presence of these angels requires your cooperation, beloved. They work most effectively when you maintain an attitude of faith, gratitude, and expectancy. They are empowered by your prayers, activated by your worship, and directed by your obedience to divine guidance. Doubt and fear can hinder their effectiveness. Faith and trust enhance their power. These angels are invisible to your natural eyes, but visible to your spiritual senses. You may feel their presence as sudden peace in chaotic situations. You may sense their intervention as problems resolving mysteriously. You may recognize their work as doors opening that were previously locked. Train your spiritual sensitivity to recognize their activity. The angelic assignments are comprehensive, covering every area of your life that needs supernatural intervention. There is no need too small for their attention, and no problem too large for their power. They have been equipped with heaven's unlimited resources, and backed by divine authority that makes demons flee and circumstances bow. Some of the angels assigned to you are specialists in your particular gifts and calling. They understand your assignment and have been preparing for this deployment by studying every detail of what you need to succeed. They are not general-purpose angels. They are elite forces trained specifically for your success. The activation of these angelic assignments is also a sign that your assignment on earth has reached a new level of strategic importance to heaven. The kingdom resources being invested in your success indicate the significance of what you are called to accomplish. You are not just pursuing personal breakthrough, you are advancing kingdom purposes. Thank these angels in your prayers, beloved. Acknowledge their presence, appreciate their service, and cooperate with their mission. They are not just working for you, they are working with you to accomplish the purposes of heaven through your life. Honor their assignment by walking worthy of their protection and provision. The angels are active, the assignments are operational, and your breakthrough is guaranteed. What seemed impossible yesterday becomes inevitable today because heaven's elite forces are ensuring your victory. My beloved child, as we approach the climax of this urgent divine communication, I must give you specific preparation instructions that will determine whether you are ready to receive everything that is about to be released in your life. These are not suggestions or recommendations. These are divine directives that must be followed precisely to position yourself for the supernatural intervention that is imminent. The first instruction is to consecrate yourself completely for the next 21 days. This means setting yourself apart from anything that would contaminate your spirit, dilute your focus, or compromise your ability to hear my voice clearly. Fast from foods that slow down your spiritual sensitivity. Abstain from entertainment that fills your mind with worldly thoughts. Separate yourself from conversations that feed doubt or negativity. During this consecration period, increase your time in prayer to at least 1 hour daily. This is not just talking to me. This is creating space for me to download instructions, revelations, and strategies into your spirit. Use this time to worship, to listen, to receive, and to align your heart with mine. The intensity of what is coming requires this level of spiritual preparation. The second instruction is to clean up every area of your life that could hinder the flow of my blessing. Forgive every person who has hurt you, even if they have not asked for forgiveness. Pay every debt that you can pay, even if it requires sacrifice. Repair every relationship that can be repaired through your initiative. Clear every conscience issue that would create spiritual static. This cleansing includes your physical environment. Organize your home to make space for the increase that is coming. Remove items that hold negative memories or associations. Create an atmosphere of peace, order, and expectancy. Your external environment should reflect the internal transformation that is taking place. The third instruction is to prepare practically for supernatural increase. Open additional bank accounts to receive the financial blessings that are being released. Update your resume and portfolio to reflect your expanding capabilities. Create systems and structures that can handle the growth that is about to occur. Faith without practical preparation is presumption. Research the areas where you sense I am leading you. If ministry is expanding, study successful ministry models. If business is growing, learn about scaling operations. If influence is increasing, understand platform management. I am expanding your capacity, but you must develop your competency to match your calling. The fourth instruction is to assemble your support team before you need them. Identify people who can handle increased responsibilities, manage growing demands, and provide wise counsel during rapid change. Build relationships with mentors who have navigated the level you are entering. Connect with peers who can relate to your journey and provide mutual support. This includes spiritual covering and accountability. Ensure that you have mature believers in your life who can speak truth to you when success tempts you toward pride, who can provide guidance when opportunities create confusion, and who can intercede for you when warfare intensifies. The fifth instruction is to document everything that is about to happen. Purchase a journal dedicated to recording the supernatural interventions, divine connections, and miraculous provisions you are about to experience. This documentation will serve multiple purposes. It will build your faith as you see my faithfulness. It will become part of your testimony to encourage others, and it will remind you of my goodness during future challenges. Record not just what happens, but when it happens, how it happens, and what you learned from it. Note the specific ways I speak to you, guide you, and provide for you. This record will become a treasure more valuable than any material blessing you receive. The sixth instruction is to prepare your heart for exponential increase. The blessings coming your way are not just improvements, they are multiplications. Your mindset must expand to accommodate levels of favor, provision, and opportunity that exceed your current experience. Stretch your faith, enlarge your expectations, and expand your vision. This preparation includes dealing with any guilt or unworthiness you feel about receiving extraordinary blessings. You are not receiving these blessings because you are perfect. You are receiving them because I am generous. You are not being blessed because you deserve it. You are being blessed because I choose to bless you. The seventh instruction is to establish boundaries that will protect your new level. Decide in advance how you will handle people who want to take advantage of your increase. Determine beforehand which requests you will honor and which you will decline. Set limits on your accessibility to prevent others from draining the energy you need for your assignment. These boundaries include financial boundaries, time boundaries, and emotional boundaries. Not everyone who wants access to your blessing is meant to have it. Not every need you become aware of is yours to meet. Not every opportunity presented to you is from me. The final instruction is to maintain humility throughout the entire process. Remember that every good gift comes from above. Acknowledge that every open door is opened by my hand. Recognize that every success is made possible by my grace. The moment you begin to take credit for what I am doing, you position yourself for a fall that could undo everything. These preparation instructions are not optional, beloved. They are essential for your success and protection. Follow them carefully, completely, and immediately. The window for preparation is closing rapidly, and what you do in the next few days will determine your readiness for what is about to be released. Prepare yourself, precious one. Your moment of supernatural breakthrough is almost here, and I want you to be completely ready to receive everything I have prepared for you. Precious child, I want you to feel the electricity in the spiritual atmosphere around you, because the breakthrough moment you have been praying for, believing for, and waiting for is not just approaching, it is almost here. The spiritual realm is buzzing with activity, as final preparations are being made for the manifestation of everything I have promised you. Can you sense it? Can you feel the anticipation of heaven as your miracle prepares to burst into your reality? This breakthrough is not just an improvement in your circumstances. It is a complete transformation of your reality. It is not just an answer to your prayers. It is an exceedingly abundant response that will leave you in awe of my goodness. It is not just relief from your struggles. It is such overwhelming victory that you will struggle to believe it is real. The timing of this breakthrough has been calculated with divine precision. Every prayer you have prayed has moved it closer. Every act of faith you have demonstrated has accelerated its arrival. Every moment of worship you have offered has pulled it into your dimension. Every tear you have cried has watered the ground for the joy that is about to bloom. I have been coordinating every element of your breakthrough behind the scenes. People have been positioned, resources have been allocated, opportunities have been prepared, and circumstances have been aligned. What appears to be sudden manifestation is actually the culmination of extensive heavenly preparation that has been in progress for months, even years. The breakthrough affects multiple areas of your life simultaneously because I do not work in isolation. When I move in your finances, I also heal your relationships. When I open doors in your career, I also restore your health. When I elevate your influence, I also deepen your intimacy with me. This breakthrough is comprehensive, touching every area that needs transformation. Your financial breakthrough is measured not just in dollars, but in freedom from the anxiety that scarcity creates. The provision coming your way will not only meet your needs, but will enable you to be generous, to pursue your dreams, and to fund your calling without stress or limitation. You will move from survival to abundance, from barely enough to more than enough. Your relational breakthrough includes the healing of damaged connections and the formation of life-giving new relationships. Misunderstandings will be resolved through supernatural intervention. Conflicts will give way to harmony. Loneliness will be replaced by meaningful community. Love will flow into the areas where pain has resided. Your health breakthrough encompasses not just physical healing, but emotional restoration and spiritual renewal. Energy will return to your body, hope will return to your heart, and passion will return to your spirit. You will feel like yourself again. Actually, you will feel like a better version of yourself than you have ever been. Your ministry or career breakthrough will establish you in positions of influence that match your calling and utilize your gifts. The platform I give you will have the reach, the resources, and the respect necessary to accomplish what I have assigned you to do. Your voice will carry weight, your words will have impact, and your work will produce lasting fruit. But the breakthrough requires your active participation in receiving it. You cannot be passive about what is active. You cannot be casual about what is miraculous. You cannot be nonchalant about what is supernatural. You must engage with faith, respond with gratitude, and participate with obedience. When the breakthrough moment arrives, and it will arrive within days, you must be ready to act quickly. Opportunities will present themselves that require immediate response. Doors will open that demand swift entry. Connections will be available that need prompt engagement. Hesitation could cause you to miss what has been prepared for you. The enemy knows that your breakthrough moment is approaching, and he is planning last-minute attacks designed to discourage you, distract you, or disqualify you. He may intensify pressure just before the breakthrough to make you doubt that it is coming. He may create chaos to make you miss the divine opportunities when they appear. But these attacks are actually confirmations that your breakthrough is imminent. The enemy only fights what threatens him. He only panics when he sees victory approaching for you. His desperation is evidence of your approaching triumph. His increased activity is proof that your breakthrough cannot be stopped. The breakthrough moment will be recognizable by the peace that accompanies it. Despite the magnitude of what is happening, you will feel a supernatural calm, a divine confidence, and a holy assurance that this is my hand moving in your life. This peace will be your confirmation that what you are experiencing is genuinely from me. Some aspects of your breakthrough will be gradual, unfolding over days and weeks. Others will be instantaneous, happening in moments that will leave you breathless with wonder. Both the gradual and the sudden are expressions of my love and demonstrations of my power. Receive them all with equal gratitude and appreciation. The breakthrough you are about to experience will become a testimony that encourages others to believe for their own miracles. Your story will give hope to those who have been waiting, faith to those who have been doubting, and courage to those who have been afraid to trust me for the impossible. Document every detail of your breakthrough moment when it occurs. Capture not just what happens, but how it feels, what it teaches you, and how it changes your understanding of my love and power. This record will become a treasure that you will return to again and again throughout your life. The moment is almost here, beloved. The breakthrough is about to break through. Your miracle is about to manifest. Your season of struggle is about to become your season of success. Your time of waiting is about to become your time of receiving. Get ready. Your breakthrough moment approaches, and it will exceed every expectation you have dared to have. My beloved child, the moment has arrived for me to reveal the divine assignment that has been the purpose behind everything you have experienced, everything you have endured, and everything you have been prepared for. This is not just your calling or your ministry. This is your specific assignment in my kingdom for this generation, the unique contribution only you can make to the advancement of my purposes on earth. Your assignment is to be a bridge builder between heaven and earth in ways that few have been called to accomplish. You have been specifically chosen and prepared to demonstrate to this generation that the supernatural is not only real, but accessible. That miracles are not historical artifacts, but present possibilities. That divine intervention is not limited to biblical times, but available for contemporary lives. Through your life, your testimony, and your ministry, you will show people that they do not have to settle for ordinary existence when extraordinary life is available. You will demonstrate that they do not have to accept natural limitations when supernatural resources are offered. You will prove that they do not have to endure spiritual poverty when heavenly abundance is provided. Your assignment includes being a catalyst for revival in the hearts of believers who have lost their expectation of the miraculous. Many of my people have been convinced that the age of miracles is over, that signs and wonders were only for the apostolic era, that supernatural intervention is rare rather than normal. Through your life, I will prove that I am still the same yesterday, today, and forever. You will carry an anointing that breaks the spirit of religious limitation and releases the reality of kingdom possibility. Where you go, faith will be stirred. Where you speak, hope will be ignited. Where you minister, miracles will manifest. You will be a living demonstration that the same Spirit who raised Christ from the dead is alive and active in believers today. Part of your assignment is to reach people who have been hurt by religion but are hungry for relationship with me. These are individuals who have been wounded by churches, disappointed by leaders, or disillusioned by systems, but their hearts still long for authentic connection with their Creator. You will show them that I am not like the religious people who hurt them, that my love is not conditional like human love they have experienced. Your assignment includes teaching people how to hear my voice in a noisy world, how to recognize my signs in a skeptical culture, and how to walk in my power in a powerless generation. You will not just tell people about these things, you will show them by example, demonstrating what it looks like to live in constant communication and partnership with heaven. I am also assigning you to be a prophetic voice that speaks truth to this generation about the urgency of the times and the imminence of my return. You will call people to prepare their hearts, align their lives, and fulfill their purposes while there is still time. Your message will not be one of condemnation but of invitation, not of judgment but of opportunity. Your assignment extends to the marketplace, not just the church. I am positioning you to influence business leaders, government officials, entertainment figures, and cultural influencers who would never step into a traditional church building but desperately need to encounter my love and truth. You will be my ambassador in places where few believers have access. The financial resources I am providing are directly connected to your assignment. The abundance flowing into your life is not just for your personal blessing, but for funding kingdom purposes, supporting other ministries, and providing for needs that traditional funding sources cannot meet. You will be a conduit of my provision to accomplish my purposes. Your assignment includes writing, speaking, and creating content that will reach global audiences through modern technology and media. The platform I am building for you will extend far beyond your local community, your denomination, or your nation. Your voice will carry to continents you have never visited, reaching hearts you have never met. Part of your calling is to mentor and develop other believers who are called to supernatural ministry, but lack the confidence, training, or platform to fulfill their potential. You will be a spiritual parent to many, raising up a generation of believers who operate in the miraculous, as naturally as they breathe. Your assignment is also generational, affecting not just your contemporaries, but future generations. The breakthrough you experience will become the inheritance you leave for your children and their children. The spiritual territory you conquer will remain conquered for those who come after you. The spiritual authority you establish will be passed down through your lineage. This assignment comes with supernatural protection, provision, and empowerment. You will not accomplish it through human strength, wisdom, or resources. I will provide everything you need exactly when you need it. Every door that needs to open will open. Every person you need to meet will be positioned in your path. Every resource required will be made available. The assignment begins immediately. The preparation phase is complete, and the activation phase has commenced. You do not need to wait for better timing, more training, or increased confidence. You are ready now, equipped now, and called now. The world is waiting for what you carry, and I refuse to let them wait any longer. Your divine assignment is not a burden to bear, but an honor to embrace. It is not a duty to endure, but a destiny to enjoy. It is not a job to complete, but a joy to experience. You were created for this purpose, prepared for this moment, and chosen for this assignment. The assignment is revealed, the resources are released, and the time is now. Step into your destiny, beloved. The world needs what you carry, and I have equipped you to deliver it with power, authority, and effectiveness. Your divine assignment begins today. My most beloved child, as we reach the culmination of this urgent divine communication, everything converges on this single, crucial moment. Your response. All the warnings, revelations, preparations, and promises I have shared mean nothing without your immediate, wholehearted, and complete response to the call I am placing on your life. This is not a time for deliberation, hesitation, or procrastination. This is your moment of divine decision that will echo through eternity. The urgency you have felt throughout this message was not manufactured drama or spiritual manipulation. It was the heartbeat of heaven pounding in your spirit, the rhythm of eternity marking time until this moment when all of heaven waits for your response. Angels are poised, resources are allocated, circumstances are aligned, and destiny holds its breath waiting for your yes. I am calling you to step into immediate obedience to everything I have revealed to you today. Not gradual obedience, not partial obedience, not eventual obedience, but immediate, complete, and wholehearted obedience that demonstrates your faith in my word and your trust in my character. Every moment you delay is a moment that your blessing is delayed, your breakthrough is postponed, and your destiny is put on hold. The first action I require is complete surrender of your will to mine. Stop trying to negotiate the terms of your calling, modify the requirements of your assignment, or customize my plan to fit your preferences. Say yes to everything I have spoken over your life, even the parts that seem impossible, uncomfortable, or inconvenient. Your surrender must be absolute, unconditional, and irrevocable. The second action is immediate implementation of the preparation instructions I have given you. Begin your consecration today, not tomorrow. Start cleaning up every area of hindrance now, not next week. Make the practical preparations immediately, not when you feel more ready. Action is the language of faith, and I am looking for fluency in your response. The third action is bold proclamation of your faith in what I have promised. Begin speaking as if your breakthrough has already occurred. Start planning as if your provision is already available. Move forward as if your victory is already assured. Your words and actions must align with your faith, not with your current circumstances. The fourth action is cutting ties with everything that would hinder your advancement. Relationships that drain your energy, habits that diminish your spiritual sensitivity, commitments that distract from your calling, and environments that contaminate your atmosphere must be eliminated immediately. You cannot carry dead weight into your destiny. The fifth action is stepping into the divine connections I am orchestrating for you. When opportunities arise, pursue them aggressively. When introductions are made, follow up immediately. When doors open, walk through them boldly. Divine appointments require divine response times, quick, confident, and faith-filled. I am also calling you to financial faith that matches the provision I am releasing. Begin giving at the level of your breakthrough, not your current income. Start investing in your vision before it manifests. Make financial decisions based on my promises rather than your present bank balance. Your financial faith will activate financial breakthrough. The urgency of this call extends to those you are meant to reach. People are waiting for your breakthrough because it will give them hope for their own. Individuals are positioned to hear your testimony because it will transform their theology. Broken hearts are prepared to receive your ministry because it will heal their wounds. Their healing depends on your obedience. This call to action includes an invitation to join a movement of believers who refuse to settle for ordinary Christianity. You are being enlisted in an army of believers who will demonstrate that the kingdom of heaven is not just a future destination, but a present reality. You are being commissioned as part of a generation that will prove miracles are not historical curiosities, but contemporary possibilities. Your response to this call will impact generations. The obedience you demonstrate today will establish patterns of faith for your children and grandchildren. The courage you show now will create pathways of possibility for those who follow you. The faith you exercise in this moment will become the foundation upon which others build their own miraculous testimonies. But I must warn you, the window for responding to this urgent call is closing rapidly. This is not an open-ended invitation that you can accept whenever convenient. This is a time-sensitive opportunity that requires immediate response. Delayed obedience is actually disobedience disguised as consideration. Procrastination is faith's greatest enemy. The enemy is working overtime to convince you to wait, to delay, to think about it longer. He will suggest that you need more confirmation, more preparation, or more perfect timing. He will whisper that you are not ready, not qualified, or not worthy. But these are lies designed to steal what I am offering you right now. Your qualifications come from my calling, not your credentials. Your readiness comes from my timing, not your comfort level. Your worthiness comes from my choice, not your performance. Everything you need to succeed has already been provided. Everything you lack will be supplied as you step forward in faith. The cost of not responding immediately is enormous. The breakthrough that could happen this week might be delayed for months. The connections that could be made this season might not be available next season. The opportunities opening now might close permanently if not seized quickly. The anointing being offered today might not be offered again at this level. I am calling you to burn the bridges that would allow retreat into your old life. Sell what keeps you tied to small thinking. Give away what connects you to limited living. Eliminate escape routes that would tempt you to return to familiar limitation when the faith journey becomes challenging. Make your commitment to your calling irreversible. Your response must include physical action, not just mental agreement. Move your body in the direction of your calling. Drive to places where your destiny awaits. Attend events where divine connections might occur. Position yourself geographically and strategically for the breakthrough that is coming. Faith without corresponding action is merely wishful thinking. The urgency also includes taking authority over your spiritual atmosphere. Begin praying with new boldness, worshiping with fresh passion, and declaring with unprecedented confidence. Your spiritual environment must shift to accommodate the breakthrough that is coming. Passive spirituality will not sustain active breakthrough. I am calling you to start living at the level of your calling before the manifestation arrives. Dress like the person you are becoming. Think like the leader you are called to be. Speak like the overcomer you have been created to be. Carry yourself with the dignity of someone who knows they are chosen for significant purpose. The call extends to your relationships with other believers. Begin connecting with people who operate at the level you are called to reach. Distance yourself from those who would diminish your vision or discourage your faith. Surround yourself with believers who will call out your greatness and challenge you to fulfill your potential. Your response must include a willingness to be misunderstood by those who cannot see what you see or understand what you understand. Not everyone will celebrate your advancement. Some will question your sudden change. Others will criticize your new level of faith. Their opinion cannot be allowed to derail your obedience. Most importantly, your response must include an irrevocable commitment to put me first in every decision, every relationship, and every opportunity. Your breakthrough is not just about blessing you. It is about positioning you to bless others and advance my kingdom. Your success must never replace your surrender. The time for decision has arrived, beloved. Not next week, not tomorrow, not in an hour, now. In this moment, heaven waits for your response. Angels stand ready to execute the assignments I will give them based on your answer. Your destiny hangs in the balance of your choice. Will you say yes to everything I have spoken over your life? Will you step into immediate obedience to my call? Will you trust me enough to act on what you cannot yet see? Will you love me enough to obey what you cannot yet understand? Your response in this moment will determine your trajectory for decades. Choose faith over fear. Choose obedience over comfort. Choose my plan over your plan. Choose breakthrough over breakdown. Choose destiny over delay. The urgent call to action is before you. What is your response? I am waiting. Heaven is watching. Your destiny is calling. Answer now, beloved. Your time has come, your season has arrived, and your moment is here. Step into everything I have prepared for you. The urgent call demands urgent response. What will you choose?